Don't give up. That's what I want to talk about today, and it's a message I tell my son quite often, my teenage son, and I think it's a really valuable lesson for everyone, and especially for those going through tough times today, which there's a lot of. I went through many tough times in my life, and I want to talk about one that was very difficult, and one of the tougher ones early on in my life. Back when I was 31 in 2006, I decided to buy a condo in downtown Burlington. I was 31 and went in the sales office, signed the agreement, and I had to come up with about $30,000 payment in early 08. So it was about a year and 3/4 away. I believe the condo was about $320,000 when we included upgrades, etc. So at the time, I was about 5 years in as a financial advisor, and I was making very little money. And I really paid a lot of attention to the markets. And I figured, you know what, I got a good handle on these things, or on this thing, and I can make money in the market. And yeah, so I'll do that, and I'll find a way. So also at the time, I had great credit, very little debt, and I had offers from credit cards for 0% for about a year and a half, 2 years. I was like, this is perfect. I can invest the money, make a great return, because I feel confident about what I'm doing, and then I'll pay off that, and I'll have money for the down payment, the $30,000. It all sounded great. And the investment I chose was gold stocks, because I felt really optimistic about gold at the time. I felt there was big problems in the economy, which there were, and if gold does well, gold stocks will surely really do well. So here we are in 2007. The following year, got married near the end of 2007. Things are starting to crack a little bit in the US economy. Gold's doing well. Mid 2008, things are really starting to heat up in the US or cool down in a bad way. Gold's starting to weaken a little, but I was like, all right, here we go. Get to October or September of 08, and this was unbelievable. I would be watching the markets, and they would be starting to just collapse. And gold stocks even worse. It was counteractive to my plan. Actually, you know, it was awful. I would lie in bed at night. I couldn't sleep. I would have agonizing chest pains. I swear it was panic attacks. I didn't know what to do. I was in a box. But I had to keep going, and I did. I did it through exercise. I constantly researched. I kept working. And for the next 4 months till this, it just got worse. And that closing date was fast approaching. At this point, near the end of 08, gold stocks were down 70%. My thesis and risk totally backfired, and I was in a mess. I didn't give up. What could I do? I just kept going. Then January came, and I had to close on the condo, and I found a way. I consolidated that debt. Gold stocks were starting to come back, but it was still way down. I was able to cover those outstanding 0% credit cards, and I had a debt, and then I had it rolled into the eventual mortgage I had on the condo. The next few years were tough, but the bottom line is I didn't give up. I didn't think, I can't do this. I thought, how can I do this? I will do this. I have to do this. And I did. And it worked out. So I learned 3 valuable lessons in this awful experience, but it turned out to be a good experience. 1, don't be a know-it-all in life and investing. 2, as an advisor and personally, diversify a bit. Don't put all your eggs solely in one basket. And 3rd, and most importantly, don't give up. You know, if you keep going, if you persevere, even when it doesn't seem like there's a way out will appear. It will happen. Just, you gotta have faith. And I know there's a lot of people out there struggling today, tough times economically, and just keep trying. If you keep trying, the world, the universe will find a way for you.